All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome to another Mortal Kombat 1 video. This one right here is pretty much all for fun because I'm just going to give my opinion, my likes, my dislikes of every single DLC character that has been released so far in Mortal Kombat 1. Let me know down below in the comment section your opinion of your favorite DLC character, your favorite cameo character, what you like and dislike about them. If they're your favorite character in general, what they changed from other games that you don't like, what new things they added to make the character better. Let me know all that down below. But you guys saw that little reminder at the bottom left corner that just passed. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up on the video. It really does help out the channel a lot. Now let's get on to the first DLC character. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion, my personal preference on things. So number one is Omni-Man. So Omni-Man, I feel like obviously he is a very, very popular character from a show that has garnered a huge fan base, which is Invincible. And he came in hot. He was the first DLC character with Mortal Kombat 1 still had all the hype in the world. Now, you guys know what's been going on with Mortal Kombat 1, by the way. Let me see if I have the... Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I had the audio in the background turned off. Mortal Kombat 1 lost a ton of hype. And you know what? Rightfully so, because there was a lot of shit wrong with the game. And they just hit Mortal Kombat 1 with a horrible patch. They delayed Farah, and they delayed Farah 2 release with Takeda. So we're kind of in a bad spot right now. But Omni-Man came in when the game was hot. Everyone was excited about this character. The intro dialogue from guest DLC characters, like Omni-Man, like Homelander and Peacemaker, they're always really entertaining to hear with Mortal Kombat characters. So Omni-Man was awesome right from the start. Gameplay-wise, I feel like he's very unique because he has these weird-looking combos with his, what would you call it, air torpedo attack, with his, what is it, back forward 4, I think it is. His air flight move that causes you to bounce. I don't know the name of any of these moves, by the way, except for Diabolical Dash, because I've been playing with Homelander all the time. Dive Bomb. Let's just call it Dive Bomb, right? I think that's what it's called, maybe. So he has these weird-looking combos with Dive Bomb, which look awesome. They're very hard to get. They're pretty high in execution, but Omni-Man has these really crazy combos that kind of make him stand out and have a unique playstyle. He has really good movement on the ground. Surprisingly, he has a good way to zone you out if you're using cameos like Serena, because it gives him a projectile, and he has long-ranging normals, like, what is it, forward 4? He has forward 3 that hits low and hits multiple times, could break your armor, especially if you mix it up in with some other cameos. And he has the Ultra Instinct. The Viltrum stance is pretty much Ultra Instinct. And whenever you hit someone with the Ultra Instinct, it feels so satisfying. They're just swinging and missing. You grab them with the choke, and then you go in for your full combo. It's so satisfying. So I think I think Omni-Man has a very unique playstyle from any other character in the game, and I think his combos look awesome. So Omni-Man, huge thumbs up from me. All right, next up here we got Quan Chi. Oh, should we go character cameo? All right, let's go cameo. All right, so Tremor cameo. Tremor came out and pretty much changed the entire cameo sort of archetype, because in Mortal Kombat 1 there's characters that have ambush assist, then there's characters who have summon assist, and it's hard to find characters that have both that are usable. But Tremor came in, and you could literally make any of his attacks an ambush assist. But the fact that you have to switch between your different variations, pretty much, Does get a little annoying, and this is going to be a caveat for Chameleon coming up later on. It's even worse with her. But, Chameleon's a better cameo overall. So Tremor came in, and sadly, a lot of the moves that he uses doesn't really benefit as many characters as I thought he would benefit. Obviously, he benefits characters like Reiko is pretty much his number one. You rarely see Tremor used unless Reiko is using him. And Tremor sort of came in and completely negated Darius, because Darius was another character that only pretty much benefited Reiko, at least at face value, because I fought some players using Darius with characters like Raiden, especially now after they changed up Darius's assist. I've seen Ketchup play Sub-Zero with Darius and, putting in work with that. But as far as overall, most of the time you see Darius, you see Reiko as well. But Tremor came in and completely took over that spot because, it's easier to convert some of his combos, and it does, I think, a little bit more damage with Tremor than he does with than Reiko does with Darius. So I'm gonna say that Tremor came in, and for me personally, based on how cool he looked in the trailer, I feel like he was a little bit disappointing because I don't have a place for him unless I'm using Reiko. There's so many better cameo choices for pretty much any character in the game except for Reiko, which, you could make an argument if you want that Darius is a better cameo than Tremor. So I feel like Tremor was underwhelming for sure. He was really sick at the start because it was something new, but as we've gotten more cameos and I have that to compare to, I think Tremor was really, really disappointing because him coming in as a cameo, you're like, oh man, it's Tremor. Everyone loves Tremor. So I really hope that they buff Tremor at some point, because I think he needs the help to make him more interesting and to make him fit in the game better. All right, next up here we got Quan Chi, the S&M god, and I was really surprised when I saw the Quan Chi gameplay because MK9 and MKX, he pretty much played identical except for the variation system for Mortal Kombat X where they added Summoner Quan Chi, and they added the spells that he has, the armor spell, the meter drain spell, the chip spell with Sorcerer, and I forgot what the other one's called, the green one. Anyway, I forgot what it's called because normally you just see Summoner and Sorcerer. So Quan Chi got a lot of new things in Mortal Kombat X, and I was very surprised to see them bring the spells back. And I was very, very happy to see them bring the spells back because it had Quan Chi in this game, when you get someone in his armor spell, has a little hint of Mortal Kombat X. And anytime that there could be a little bit of Mortal Kombat X sprinkled in any character, it's a positive for me. That's why I'm looking forward to see how Takeda plays, if they sprinkle in some of the Ronin Takeda and just Mortal Kombat X variation system Takeda. But Quan Chi really surprised me with that they actually brought the spells back, the armor spell, and the armor spell, if your opponent is in it, it actually takes meter away, which for the longest time I didn't even know until I was trying to break from someone's combo. I'm like, why can I break? And it's because my meter's draining little by little. They also gave him a fucking tentacle monster pet. I think visually Quan Chi is one of the most fun characters to watch because it is hard to play as Quan Chi. It's hard to play as Quan Chi because he has low health by default. He has slow buttons, and if you use him with some characters that take away health, it's going to give him even less health. So it is hard to use him because he's sort of a glass cannon, but that's how he was in Mortal Kombat X. So I'm kind of used to that when I play Quan Chi. But overall, Quan Chi was better than I expected. I expected him to be, I don't know, maybe more so to Mortal Kombat 9, but I think Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 1 has exceeded my expectations. So I really enjoy playing and watching Quan Chi action. All right, next up, a lot of character that people absolutely hate and they can't stand. Chameleon. Chameleon came in, and as soon as she came in, she started dominating the cameos that people would use. I see more Chameleon than I see Sub-Zero being played as an actual character, and he's popular. I see Chameleon played 5 times more than every single cameo in the game except for Janet Cage. Yeah, Chameleon, she's everywhere, and her RNG makes it a little bit annoying to not only play as but fight against, because you consistently have to be looking at the top left, top right of the screen to see, okay, is it Melina right now? Is it Katana, or is it Jade? But Chameleon came in, and she's just an absolute menace to society. She is amazing. She's probably the best cameo in the game. Actually, I think she's the best cameo in the game now, even with the ball roll change, and I think there's a little nerf to damage scaling. She's the best cameo in the game. As far as my opinions on her, I think she's very unique. Obviously, she rotates from one variation to the other by default. So as a player, you have to be conscious of that. But if someone is like maining Chameleon as a cameo, they're definitely going to be conscious of that. And there's a reason why she's the most used cameo, because she works well literally with every single character. Personally, I find Chameleon to be awesome. That's just me, because I feel like every cameo should take a page out of Chameleon's book. She regenerates her meter so fast that you see Chameleon consistently being on screen, and that's one of the benefits that she has over pretty much every other cameo in the game. Her cameo gauge recovers insanely fast for how good she is. I feel every character should have that, unless a move would be like absolutely busted. But I want to see more cameos like Chameleon get that really fast refresh rate so we could see them on screen more often. You do an up punch with Goro, he won't come back until the next year. So I hope NetherRealm changes the refill gauge on a lot of these cameos to make it regenerate faster, so we could see those cameos in action a lot more like we do Chameleon. So I think Chameleon's awesome. I love her design. I think she's great. Obviously, people are tired of seeing her, but just me personally, I think she's awesome. All right, next up here, we have Peacemaker. I'm not even familiar with the show, honestly. The Peacemaker show? I don't even know what the hell it's called. Is it called the Peacemaker show? I just know him from the Suicide Squad movie, and John Cena does a great job of acting a fool, playing as Peacemaker. He definitely looks like he has a lot of fun playing that character on screen, and it shows because he's just acting a fool. It looks like he's having a ton of fun. So seeing John Cena interact with Mortal Kombat characters was pretty funny as well. Peacemaker's gameplay surprised me a lot. I know that this is going to be controversial because we see Peacemaker all the time. I don't play him the way some other people play them, which is like mostly running away and using Chameleon to keep yourself safe. I like going in. I like playing with him and Cyrax, some corner setups with the bomb, eagle-y combos. I think he's a lot of fun, guys. And Peacemaker was one of the biggest surprises because I didn't care about the character at all. And, it didn't motivate me enough to go watch the show. But I think his gameplay is pretty unique, and even though he's annoying the way some people play him, I have fun playing him because I play him a little bit different. Not saying that I'm anything special or anything like that, but I'm always trying to come in and attack. So sort of running away is not how I have fun playing Peacemaker, but I know it's the best strategy in a lot of situations. Peacemaker Kano, Peacemaker Chameleon, but I just really like John Cena's acting performance, and I like how unique his attacks are. You have the eagle-y. You actually have the eagle-y that removes your cameo. It pounces on the opponent's cameo, removes them from play for a little bit. I don't use that enough, but you have the torpedo, which people hate. You have the sonic boom. You have some really cool looking combos in the corner. Peacemaker surprised the hell out of me, so I think that's one of my biggest surprises, if not the biggest surprise for me. out of all the DLC characters is how much I enjoyed Peacemaker. I think John Cena playing Peacemaker has a lot to do with it, honestly, because he's so good in that role. But yeah, Peacemaker was the biggest surprise for me, so I think Peacemaker's sick. All right, next up here we got my girl, Janet Cage, ladies and gentlemen. Another character that just has so much versatility when it comes to combo extensions. You could use her twice, you could use her 3 times, or you could use her just once, and then you save the triple up punch for the second part of your combo, or you could do vice versa, or you could do 2 and then summon her again for another 2 up punches. She's definitely the most versatile cameo when it comes to combo extensions. Scorpion's right there, but it's so much easier to call in Janet and control Janet and fit her into pretty much any combo that you do. She's just the combo queen, and she's probably my favorite cameo overall. So Janet overall is my favorite cameo in the game for sure. It used to be Scorpion because of the extra combo potential that you could get, but I think Janet's a little bit more interesting because she does have her puppet stance where you call her in and you could control your character and Janet at the same time. She has some really sick setups with that, which I've demonstrated in the past. She has the invisible wall, the mime wall that she puts up. You could hide behind it if you want to close the game out with zoning. She's just the combo queen. She's the most versatile character when it comes to extending combos. I love Janet. She's my favorite cameo in the game. So that's my girl. Next up is the Red Ninja of Hype, Ermac. Do I need to say more than he's my favorite character in the game? He's my favorite character in Mortal Kombat history. He's who I would consider my main character in Mortal Kombat 1. And it fits perfectly with Ermac and Janet both being my 2 favorite characters as far as my favorite cameo and my favorite main fighter. I think Ermac's gameplay is beyond what I expected because he's so fun. You could do a lot of cancels. You could go into your flight mode. You could do flight combos. You could literally do everything that I've been asking from NetherRealm to give Ermac. It's awesome. It's like they designed that character for me specifically. I know they didn't, but let me dream here for a second. I think myself and a lot of people were vocal about how we want Ermac to have flight combos, stuff like that. So it's not only me. I'm sure a lot of people had the same request, but Ermac is the best. He's my favorite character in the game. I think just visually, he's so fun to watch because he's always doing something. He feels traditional Ermac with his traditional moves, but the moves feel upgraded. He feels like Ermac, but made better because of some of the cool visuals with them leading into actually highlighting the fact that he's like 1,000 souls in one being. I can't say more positive things about Ermac. Everyone agreed Ermac is sick. Ermac had the best update so far in Mortal Kombat 1, and then they went in and did the Homelander update, which kind of fucked a lot of things up. But Ermac, my favorite character in Combat Pack 1, my favorite DLC character so far, my favorite character in the game overall. I could play Ermac all day. All right, next up here we have Movado. Movado's the combo king, so Jan is the combo queen. Movado's the combo king. He fits really well with a lot of characters. He makes some characters have even easier extended combos, like Havoc. Havoc benefits from Movado a lot because you could get a combo literally off any touch. So I think Movado is awesome. He has a cool trap. He could keep you safe from something unsafe if you send out the trap in time. And yeah, Movado actually surprised me. I didn't think Movado was going to be this cool for a cameo fighter, but I think Movado has a lot of utility. He has a lot of use, and he's in my rotation as one of the cameos that I like using the most. So thumbs up on Movado. And last but not least, I'm doing this video, I think June 18th, somewhere around there. Homelander. What do I say about Homelander? I think a lot of people find them uninteresting because they compare him to Superman as far as his gameplay. And I understand Homelander has the ability to zone you out with his eye lasers. He has a dash, the diabolical dash, that has a lot of utility. Some people really hate fighting versus Homelander. And there's some people who are going to be spamming the hell out of Homelander eye lasers. But when you actually get down to doing Homelander combos and you take your opponent from one side of the screen to the other with one combo, especially with Janet, it feels so satisfying. So I know Homelander's not everyone's cup of tea. But for me, Homelander is one of the most fun characters in Mortal Kombat 1. It's like, for me personally, he's a character that I had some of the most fun with in this game because the combos look so cool. Even now that they normalize him to use up meter for multiple flights in a combo, you don't even need multiple flights in a combo. All you need is the one, then you go in and you modify it. But he works well with Janet. Frosty's my main cameo fighter that I use with Homelander. You get that instant overhead and low mix-up. And also you get to do the Diabolical Dash 2 with Frost's orb. You get to choke them into the orb for a freeze, and it does about 30%. It does good damage. So I know Homelander's not everyone's cup of tea, but as far as for me, just speaking raw gameplay, he's fucking awesome. I love Homelander's playstyle in this game. It's a real shame that Anthony Starr did not actually voice Homelander. I think it would have added a lot more to the character. But it was kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger not voicing the Terminator in MK11. It kind of took away a little bit from that like aura and mystique of that character because it's not voiced by the actual actor. So shout out to the voice actor for Homelander. I think he did a great job, but not having Anthony Starr as the voice of Homelander was probably the most disappointing thing when it came to the combat packs, because I feel like it would have elevated Homelander's aura of like, you know, you're actually using Homelander. I know that you're using Homelander on screen, but if you had Anthony Starr actually voicing him, you're playing with the fucking Homelander. So that is my biggest critique, I think, out of all of the DLC characters, the fact that Anthony Starr does not voice Homelander. So that's a huge negative on my end. But gameplay-wise, I feel like Homelander is really, really fun. And that about does it, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys see, I have problems more so with the main roster's gameplay. I think they went safe with a lot of the characters on the main roster. But it seems like with the DLC characters, they opened up their doors a little bit more and they took more risks. Because you guys heard my commentary. I don't have much negativity to say about the gameplay of some of these characters. I think Omni-Man plays unique and he's a hard hitter. He plays great. Quan Chi plays amazing and also he's fun to watch visually. Peacemaker's very unique. Some people hate him, but I think they went a little crazy with his gameplay. I think that's why he stands out so much out of every character. Ermac, absolutely amazing work. And then Homelander, I think they gave him a good combination of moves that he would actually use in a fight. And he has some really sick fly-on-fly combos that I think are so much fun to do. As far as a cameo, I think Tremor was underwhelming. I think Chameleon is awesome because I feel like they should set the bar up there as Chameleon to take example from. Why are people using Chameleon so much? Because not only does she have amazing utility, but she regenerates so fast. I feel like they should bring that to most, if not all, the cameo fighters. Janet Cage is my favorite cameo. Movado is a great combo character, and then we'll see about Farah. So, yeah, I feel like with the combat pack and the DLC characters, they have done an amazing job. With the characters on the main roster, however, I feel like some characters they went ultra safe with and actually made them a little bit boring. Like my boy Scorpion. They went incredibly safe with him and he's boring. Scorpion has so much potential to do so much cool shit. Especially like if you take the example from Mortal Kombat X. Even in Mortal Kombat 11 he had some cool shit. and he's boring in this game. And they took that approach with some of these characters because they went crazy with the DLC characters. All the DLC characters are pretty fun to play and to watch. So I'm looking forward to Takeda. I'm looking forward to Farah. Farah looks like she's going to be insane. And we haven't seen anything of Takeda so far. But that's it for me. I've been talking for way too long, but this video is for fun. I just wanted to shoot the shit and give you guys my opinions on the DLC characters that we've got in Kombat Pack 1 so far, because, you know, I get asked, what do you think of this character? What do you think of this character? You know, stuff like that. So, fun little video for me to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys do so. And if you want to see some more, there's videos popping up on the screen right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.